Good morning, everyone. Hello. All right, let me make sure I'm good. Oh, look at all the pretties there and all kinds of stuff behind me. If you're here live with me, say hello. I'm Morgan, owner of Ink Goddess Creations. Sean is here. Hello. Oh, my watch is telling me it's time to start the live. Okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. I've actually not had any coffee today, so it's going to be interesting. Welcome to the Imbolc Live Sale for or with Ink Goddess Creations, I guess. Yeah. Phoenix is here. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Laura. Yay. All right. So if you have never been here before, hi, I'm Morgan. We do these live sales just about every Sabbath. Well, we do them every month. So they will either center around a Sabbath, or it just so happens that the off months where we don't have a Sabbath, we have something that we like to celebrate here. So that's really fun. Jenny is here. Oh, and Jenny's husband and daughter. Hello. Good afternoon, Bella. Happy Valentine's Day. Red Phoenix says hi. Desiree is here. Hello. And Beth. Hello. All right. We are fresh back from the gem show. I mean, we didn't even shop this last week. We got all of our shopping done the 2 weeks before the gem show and then the first week of the gem show. So a lot of our finds, a lot of our favorite finds are included in today's live. Okay. So we do these once a month, usually around the Sabbath. So this one is technically our Imbolc one. It just happened. We usually do them on the second Saturday of the month. So it just so happened that today is Valentine's Day. So if you got our email this morning, hopefully you enjoyed my pun of you'll fall in love with our Imbolc Live Gem Sale items. Yeah, that's me. I'm punny. But let me go over the quick rules. I know I put rules because I hate rules, but there are rules to ordering. So if you are new here, what we do, as I show all the items here, they go up for sale on our website. Okay. It is first come, first serve. So you have to complete checkout in order for, hold on, let me close 2 more of my tabs. You have to complete checkout in order for that item to be yours. Okay. You can't just add it to your cart. Adding it to your cart does not save it. Okay. So what that means is that there's a chance you might end up buying more than one thing today. If that's the case, then what we do is, if it's in the best interest of the gemstone to ship separately, we will. But if we can combine them and there is any shipping overage, then we issue that back to you in store credit or gift card to the store. Okay. Beth says, I've loved watching others just starting to shop and IGC being done. That's what Texas Megan told me too. She's like, my feed is filled with people that are just now getting to the show. And I'm like, nah, we already got all the good stuff. So our price range today is $6 up to $8.55. I know that is a very weird number for us if you are not new here. But what we've done, okay, so just to let you all know, prices of gemstones, yes, this year at the gem show were stupid. Okay. All the tariffs, all of that. Now, thankfully, a lot of our vendors, because we shopped with them early, they actually said, if you come shop with me early, we will not impose the extra charges of them to import these items from India, Pakistan. They were like, we're going to do tariff free. But once the gem show starts, they were going to start charging tariffs. So they were going to start incorporating the price of tariffs into the pricing of their items. So we got a very nice discount on a lot of these items, and we're passing that discount on to you. Okay. So if you see some very weird numbers this year, that's why, because we got them at a very weird discount and we're passing that on to you. Okay. So we have about 20 items today. If you have any questions, comments, pop them up live. That's one of the cool things about being live here with me. It's a way for me to interact with you all. Laura is here. Good morning. And oh, it's Justine. Justine's here. I was like, I can't read all that. Okay. I need to maybe get my glasses checked again. All right. So yes, our price range today is $6 to $8.55. Everything goes for sale up so it's pinned to the very top, the very first comment. It's our live gemstone sale category. Okay. On our app, I did put the whole category halfway down. And then on our website, if you scroll down a little bit, like past the header, you'll see like new products, and then you'll see it next to that live gemstone sale. So just click that. So that just means you have to keep refreshing that category as we go through the live sale. Okay. And Jessica is here. Hello. And so is Wendy. Hello. Oh, Jenny says, I can't wait to see those garnet spheres. Yeah, I'm going to have to activate my core for those. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, everything is for sale at the pinned comment here. So it's in our live gemstone sale category. And as I go over things, Colin, my husband, will be listing them for sale. So yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We have some really gorgeous stuff today. So we're going to start off with smoky quartz celestials. For those that are familiar with me, my business, one of my favorite gemstones of all time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 today. We have like 11 more, but we split them up. It's really fun how we split them up. And those will be going up like later in the year. But this is how much I love smoky quartz celestials. Okay, so let me grab one. So what you'll be doing is you'll be buying the exact one that I show. Okay, so I will make sure to show all of them. So let me grab a fun one. Yeah, let's just grab this one because it'll kind of show you what we're talking about. Okay, so smoky quartz celestials. So this is a smoky quartz celestial, okay? Celestials are the shape. Smoky quartz is the type of gemstone, okay? But smoky quartz celestials, it's also called skeletal quartz. It can also be called like crocodile quartz. They come in two, like when they form, my weird ass aquarium brain sees 2 different types of formations. I see spaceship and castles. Okay. So what we did is we took all of the smoky quartz celestials that we bought, we spread them out on a table, and immediately my brain started going, oh, spaceship, spaceship, castle, castle, spaceship, spaceship. So in honor of this still being Aquarius season, and people think we're aliens because look, we're just weird. We have all of the spaceship ones for you all today. Okay. So like this one right here is but smoky quartz celestials, there's a high chance that celestials also are in hydros. I just have not, taken one of those little, magnifying glasses to it. But a celestial is recognized by its jagged layered look. Each layer is thought to be a layer of our own consciousness and dimension, making celestial quartz perfect for unlocking the wisdom of the ancients or for traveling between worlds. Okay. So if that interests you, if that piques your interest, the spaceship style, I definitely would go for, Both of these can be achieved through deep meditation, which celestial quartz will easily help you attain. Most celestial quartz specimens come in smoky quartz, but there's also clear quartz, rose quartz, and amethyst. Okay. Smoky quartz is one of my favorites. It's one of the first big specimens I ever bought at the gem show years ago, and I have it on my bedside table in my sacred space room next to where I meditate. Okay. So let me just grab another one just to show you all the differences. So this is what I mean by the spaceship formation. Do you see how here in the side, it just looks very geometric and like a spaceship? That's how we chose these. Now, if you pop it up, it can look like a castle. So some of these were, did double duty, but, yeah, so these are super cool. Smoky quartz, of course, highly protecting, highly grounding, but it also connects your root chakra to your crown chakra. So you get that full body connection if you're trying to ground yourself down in order to reach higher levels. That's what smoky quartz celestials can do for you. Okay. It's a great stone for initiating change, all of that, relief stress. It's just, I love this stone so much. So let's go ahead and go over the individual ones. These are the ones. Make sure that if there is one you like, you pull it from the drop down menu. They're labeled A, B, C, D. So yeah, so this one is A. This is that first one that I showed you. A measures 5 by 5 by 2. It weighs 1.5 pounds. I mean, so we didn't even go small with any of these. It's $49.50 for A. Okay. All right. B is, oh my gosh. B has, look how clear this one in the back is. Look at that. So this one is B. B measures 5. Let me make sure this one's B. Well, it doesn't have a number on it. So, but it was next on the list. So B measures 5.25 by 5.5 by 3.5 inches. It weighs 2 pounds. It's $59.50. This one is Lemurian as well. I'll try to let you all know. But the spaceship came really, there we go. See the lights hitting it right over here. That's why I chose this one for the spaceship formations, because it looks really cool. So that's B, $59.50. C, right here, measures 5.25 by 4 inches by 3 inches. It weighs just over 2 pounds, $62.50. And see, look how, like, that's where all that jagged, look right here. That's why that one got put in the spaceship. It looks so cool. Angela's here. Oh yeah, the B looks like, I don't know if that was B or C you're saying looks like an anatomical heart. They both kind of do. C, did I say, is $62.50. Okay. D is really different, and I show you why. D comes on a Lemurian quartz slab. So this quartz slab is thick too. We could not find a holder, like a stand for this, but if you could ever have one made, this would be amazing but you can also, so this is D, you could also use this as like a charging plate. So you could put gemstones, herbs, anything over here, but this is one giant slab of Lemurian quartz with the little spaceship on top. I just think that's so awesome. So D is 8.25 by 5 inches by 2.5, weighs almost 2.5 pounds, $67.50 for D. And then just the back is just pure quartz. But it's just so cool how this is just a quartz slab and then the smoky quartz celestial, formed on top of it. E is just, y'all see how we called them spaceships? Kind of like, I play with gemstones here. I do. This one's E, just to show you all. E's big. E is, there we go. E is 7 inches by 4.25 by 3, weighs over 3 pounds, $87.50 for E. Nope. I think F is the one that I was playing with before. Yes, F. So F is the one I showed you all before that looks like that. And it does still have all the points. So if you wanted to find a display or a way to display it, you could display it point side up, or you could just lay it down like that. This is F. It weighs 3.5 pounds, $99. Okay. And F is 6.25 by 5 inches by 4 inches. So if that is F, this has got to be G. Ooh, G has a nice little, like you could hold G to meditate. Oh, and there's some rainbows in there. I don't know if they'll pick up. I still have not gotten a new webcam. I'll make that a priority. This one has a lot of rainbows. So G, actually, it kind of looks like a castle if you were to display it up this way. But even the sides, like, they're just super angular. G has a lot of rainbows. So rainbows have a significance of basically as the crystal's forming, it breaks. And then, it just keeps forming, like it breaks and then keeps forming in a slightly different direction. So you just have that refraction of light that's built on the inside. So of course the symbolism behind rainbows is that, anything, like even if you're broken, you're still beautiful, anything, just always, remember that, keep that in mind. So G is 7 by 4 by 4.25, weighs 3 pounds, 10 ounces, $105 for G. There's a lot of rainbows in this one. I think I'm at 4 already, just sitting here looking at it, like not having planned out to tell you all that there are rainbows. H is pretty damn cool too. So a lot of these, as we get, higher up, they're like 360-degree celestials, whereas some of them might have some of the host stones still on it. H is pretty fantastic. I would venture to say that ones like G and H are also probably in hydro, so they may have water bubbles or air bubbles inside. Because it's generally during these formations that anhydros occur. You could really display H in so many different ways. There's so much to look at in this one. H is also 105 because it also weighs 3 pounds, 10 ounces. Okay. It's 7 inches by 4 by 3.5. And then, are we at the last one? Yeah, hold on. Let me adjust my chair. Jenny says, absolutely see Star Destroyer with D. I see that too. All right, the last one's 12 pounds, you guys. So just bear with me. This is definitely a statement piece. So I recently bought a smoky quartz celestial, a large one like this, and we have like another one, yes. And we have it by our front door. This is definitely a statement piece. It weighs 12 pounds. It's 10 inches, 10.5 inches by 6.25 by 4. It's 340. Okay. But it is a 12. It's a child. It's a baby. So I'm going to actually stand up so that I can get you all close to it. Activate my core. I think this was just the core activating live gemstone sale. Let me show you this side. Look at that. All of those absolutely gorgeous points. Then you have just pure smoky quartz on this side. And I'm going to flip it over to show you that what formed on the back are massive smoky quartz. So like this is a point that starts here and goes here. That's one whole point on the back of this. And when you really get into it, you can see all the different layers. Look at that. Oh, I think I tried to keep this one. And this is the one I carried around like a baby for a little while. And Colin was like, no, we're not keeping it. And so I was like, fine. And then we ended up buying a different one somewhere else. But yeah, I would put something like this by your front door, or I mean, like it's 12 pounds. You could put it on your altar, but it definitely will help create a very grounded, rooted space. So, by your front door, it's smoky quartz is highly protective as well. Or, in your sacred space, even in your bedroom, to add that grounding energy. Okay. Bless you, honey. All right. We got through. That's the most ABCD we have for this one. So it should roll from here on out. Okay. We're usually here. If you're new here, I think with about 20, we'll be here for about an hour and a half total. Yeah. Okay. So next we have sodalite spheres. These are absolutely gorgeous. They are the darkest blue that I think I've ever seen in sodalite before. Okay. And a lot of them, if you ever have the orange in your sodalite, it's also known as sunset sodalite. I want to say, so we have 6 of these, I believe. I want to say all of these have a spattering of the orange. Okay. God, they're gorgeous. All right. So let's talk about sodalite. Sodalite brings order and calmness to the mind. It encourages rational thought, objectivity, truth, and intuition, along with the verbalization of feelings. Sodalite brings emotional balance and calms panic attacks. Huh. There's been a lot going on lately. Let me hold these for a second. It enhances self-esteem, self-acceptance, and self-trust. It resonates with both the throat chakra, promoting effective communication, and with the third eye chakra, promoting intuition. Okay. Aside from the general properties, sodalite has always been my go-to stone for healing. And because of its connection with both the third eye and the throat chakra. Number one, if you download messages either in dreams or during meditation, from your guides, from your higher self, whatever, this connection of your third eye to your throat helps you communicate those messages. You know how sometimes you get a message and you're like, I don't know what you're trying to tell me. This connection with sodalite. So if you meditate with sodalite, it helps open that connection to where when the messages come through, they're not so jumbled. They're a little bit clearer. Okay. Sodalite is also really good for speaking your truth too. So if you do have throat chakra blockages, I highly recommend sodalite. So we have 6 of them. They're 2.25 inches in diameter. They're $48.50 each. And we'll choose one of the 6 when we fulfill your order. Okay. So just another look. I know the lighting in here is super weird. And my camera kind of dulls things. I'm going to work on it this year, you guys, I promise. Yeah, Laura says, simply superb and stunning sunset sodalite. It is definitely the deepest we've ever seen. Very swirly too for a lot of them. Like, do you see how it kind of just looks like the Earth's atmosphere as well? So yeah. All right, next we do have one of our little $6 items. I do like to include things in our lives that aren't just, you know, super rare, super expensive, anything like that. They're fun. And I love putting slices into the lives because I like to talk about how slices are very good as bra stones. So if you're one of those ladies who likes to put her gemstones in her bra, slices make it a little easier. So I love a good slice. These are prairie tanzanite. Prairie tanzanite is one of my favorite because it is this natural, like pink and purple. It's very calming, very soothing. It was first discovered in Wyoming. It's a beautiful blend of pinks, purples, tans, greens, creams. So it's basically a composition of several zoocytes together. It resonates with the third eye and heart chakras. Okay. Helping you open yourself to the loving, healing, stabilizing energies of the universe. Prairie tanzanite has a gentle yet potent energy. I'll find some more. That helps improve moods and soothe the mind. Said to help with anxiety, this stone quiets restless thoughts and gives a sense of calmness, stability, and balance. Prairie tanzanite is almost like a comforting hug for your spirit, cozying you in its warm embrace so that you feel safe and rooted. Okay. So the smallest ones are going to be like, all of these are going to be at least 1 inch by 1 inch or bigger. We have 33 of them. These are $6 each. Okay. With 33 of them too, I would say you're probably okay to add them to your cart and just let them sit there. But y'all have proven me wrong before. They do. Phoenix says slices also make the most satisfying click-clack noises when stacked together. That is so true. They do. Actually, I'm going up towards the camera as if that's going to help when my microphone's down here. I love that. They're also little mini altar tiles. So if you want to put together like a little travel kit and if you have anxiety or something, you could definitely put these in there. I know that when we took our trip back east for Christmas and we drove 3 days, I didn't have prairie tanzanite with me, but I had a lithium quartz and a rainbow moonstone. Like I had a bunch of them in the little cup hold, like in the little door holders, the little handle holders, because like even this motion is like a worry stone and that will help de-stress you. So I had flat gemstones in my little thing that I could sit there and rub the whole time too. So, but one that is also aligned with calming and stress relief, like that's a double duty. It's great. All right, so next we have our first piece of jewelry this time around. Now, I do want to put a caveat. I want to let you all know. Sterling silver, the price of sterling silver has skyrocketed. Okay. So we didn't want to exclude sterling silver this year. But please understand that this is not us. This is the overall price of sterling silver. Okay. It's gotten insane. Okay. So, what we're doing for some of these things is like for some things, we're not going to be including chains right now. Some things will include chains. We also tried to focus a lot more on rings this year because those seem to be a little bit cheaper than like the full blown pendants and stuff. But I just want to let you all know overall, sterling silver, it's gotten ridiculous. So we still do have that, but please understand. I just wanted to let you all know that first. Okay. So we're starting with ametrine rings. These are sterling silver. Okay. They are faceted ametrine. Okay. Ametrine is a combination of citrine and amethyst. All right, so you can see right there, you see how the top is a little orange? I bet you if I were to, does that make it show up a little better? Yeah, a little better. You've got the orange at the top, the purple at the bottom. Yeah, this one is pretty cool. That one, so it's got half and half, these split down the middle. Ametrine is my go-to when I'm not feeling so happy, because the amethyst just helps with stress relief and depression, whereas the citrine part of it helps uplift your mood. Okay. So ametrine is a stone of creativity and motivation. A blend of amethyst and citrine. Ametrine calms the mind and eases stress while helping you focus and achieve your goals. It balances the energy within you to help you remain calm, collected, and motivated to take control of your life. Okay. Amethyst is the birthstone of February. So we wanted to try and include some amethyst here. So ametrine, yeah. So what we have, these are $45 each. They are faceted too. So even faceted rings tend to be a little bit more just because of the more time that goes into cutting the gemstones. But what we have for you, so they are faceted. Size-wise, we have one size 6, and these are going to all be in the drop down. These are $45 each. One size 6, 2 size 7s, 3 size 8s, 1 size 9, 1 10, and 1 11. Okay. We try our best when we can to get adjustable rings. But our sterling silver gemstone dealer, so like the one where we get our gemstone, most of our sterling silver, if it's not moldavite, Libyan desert glass, or amber, they size them. They don't ever have adjustable rings. So we do have those. So, and they're $45 each. Okay. But I do love the faceted. I think we just started offering faceted maybe last year, maybe the year before. Because I know a lot of people do like them, All right. Time to activate my core again. I love this. Now, so it rained yesterday, and it's sunny today, but because I can't take you all outside, we anticipated me not being able to show you all the star part of the star garnet with kyanite spears today. So in the listings, there is a video at the bottom. I will warn you now, there's very galactic music that went with it. I chose that because it made me happy. So just watch your volume when you do hit play. But next I do have the star garnet with kyanite spears. Okay. So this was a find. Okay. While I talk, I'm going to get a small one. Okay. So some of them, like this one right here, the small ones, they still do have kyanite. All of these came from the same vein. Okay. But this one that I'm holding right here is mostly garnet. There's just a few little pieces of the kyanite, but because it came from the same vein as the bigger ones, they still have the same properties. Now, garnet and kyanite together, rare. Okay. That's number one. Number two, these are all star garnet, which means when a direct light source hits them, and we're going to try, because I do have a sunlight. Hold on. Let me find it first. Okay. When a direct light source hits it, There you go. You can see the star. Oh, it shows up. Do y'all see it when I move? Don't look at the bright light. Look at the 2 lines that crisscross on top. Am I blinding myself right now? Slightly. But you all can see it. So when a direct light source like the sun, or this is actually a sun, and it's going to take a second for my camera to readjust. That's a sunlight flashlight. So when a direct light source hits it, multiple beams of light show up and they appear to hover over top of it. Like if you're holding it, like you want to touch it because it appears to hover on the outside. Okay. So garnet with kyanite, rare. Star garnet, rare. The combination of star garnet with kyanite made these extremely rare, which is why when we went to our vendor 2 weeks before the gem show, when he messaged us and said, you can come, Colin found these and we bought all of them because I didn't want anybody else to have them. Okay. So even though like this one, for example, this is the regular one, or the regular, this one does not have a lot of, I can see some little bits of the kyanite right here in the end. But it still has that kyanite with garnet, and they all are the star garnet. Okay. So let's talk about that for a second. So star garnet is a rare form of almandine garnet that radiates with courage, joy, creativity, and vibrant energy. Okay. Garnet works closely with the heart chakra, deflects negative influences, and encourages loving energies. It also helps balance rocky emotions while shedding light on your hidden passions that brew deep within. Okay. Meditating with garnet can help encourage loving vibrations, move forward with confidence and ambition. Garnet resonates with the root and sacral chakras, stirring passion and amping up sexuality. Okay. So when a direct light source hits the star garnet, a beam star forms hovering above the gemstone, makes these rare. And then kyanite is an excellent stone for meditation as it aligns the chakras and provides balance to the user. So what I'm going to do real quick is find that star again. So the star will actually appear in several different ways. So that one is very dominant. So let me make sure, see if I can. There we go. You see those crisscross lines that just popped up? I'm trying to also, there we go. All right. Kyanite does not retain negative energy, meaning it never requires cleaning or cleansing. It brings tranquility to the person's spiritual, emotional, and physical self. It encourages psychic abilities and induces dream recall and connecting with your spirit guide. Okay. These two, just to show you all, they're the most sparkly garnet I've ever seen. Oh, there's the star again. You see it form right. So it will form. The light will reflect back, or, on several different sides. So with the 3 small ones, we have 3 of these size. Okay. These are the 4-inch ones. These are nearly 4.5 pounds. And these were the small ones. Yeah. So we have 3 of these. These are $199. Okay. And we'll choose one of the 3. The 3 pictures are, are on the website. They all do have that gorgeous star. Okay. So those are in their own listing. And then we have a separate listing for the large and then the extra large. Okay. Like I said, our dealer, this is all he had of these. Yeah. I'm not even going to apologize. I'm sorry. Not sorry. All right. So this one. So if you're interested in the blend of the most kyanite, that would be this large one. Okay. This large one is 5¼ inches. It weighs 12 pounds. It's $565. Okay. And see, this all is kyanite. So this has kyanite there. Then you flip it over and it has kyanite there as well. So let me so the stars, I just wanted to show you all. First of all, this is 12 pounds, so I don't want to do too much, but you see all the reflection? That's just the kyanite. But I wanted to show you all with this one because this guy is $565. The star still does show up. You'll see in the video, but this one you would be getting for the kyanite, the amount of kyanite. And I just wanted to kind of shine the light on it for you all so you could see the amount of kyanite that this one has, because that combination of that garnet with the kyanite is crazy. Okay. All right. So this one is $565. It weighs 12 pounds. It's still a baby. And then this one is even bigger, baby. This one is 18 pounds. I think this is the largest sphere we've ever had. If not, it's definitely the heaviest. This one is 6.25, okay? And this one has, let me try and get it, because I'm going to stand up for you. So there's your kyanite right in there. And then do you see this strip of this like gold through here? That's what makes it the almandine garnet, okay? It's some mica as well. You can see in the video how the sunlight hits this one. But look at that, 18 pounds. This is the 855, you guys. This is the 855. He gave us like an extra special little discount since we had bought all of them too. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Well, we're just going to try this way. So that way you can at least see the coloring. I don't think the star, I don't know where the star is on this one. Nope, it's up here. So I tell you what. I don't know if it's showing it. Oh yeah, it is right there. So there you go. There is our garnet with kyanite. All right. 18 pounds. That is, oh, did y'all see how it shook the table when I set it down? Oh my gosh. That is definitely, I think that's definitely the heaviest specimen we've ever had. I don't even think, yeah, because even if y'all remember that very large green phantom quartz tower, that only weighed 17 pounds. So yeah, that's the biggest gemstone we've ever had. It's a crystal quake, Laura says. Oh, Phoenix said there was also a star at the bottom. It showed up when you first tried to shine the light on it. Yeah. Justine says that's a big boy. It is. So yeah, they do have multiple star points where the lights will cross over. So if you get one of these, just play with that. Have fun. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. So next we have another $6 one. We went with pink opal. It is Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day. Okay. Whether or not you celebrate, people always ask, oh, do you and Colin celebrate Valentine's Day? And I'm like, well, if I can't celebrate it in its traditional way, then I'm not going to do it. And if you look even deeper, or if you're one of our Patreon members, they used to basically dip hides from animals that were used during the sacrifice in milk and then run around the streets in them naked. If we can't celebrate Valentine's Day that way, what are we doing? Somebody bought the medium one. Very cool. So Laura said. Phoenix says my Scottish cousins would try to use that big boy as a shot put stone straight to jail for them. Yes. All right. So next we do have some Valentine's Day friendly gemstones, and I know you'll get them afterwards, but pink opal, and these were sticks. I love when our tumbled person has things like the slices and the sticks. I grab them immediately because they're just different. So we priced them all according to the little guy. So these are at least 2 inches. So just keep that in mind. We priced them according to like the 2-inch ones. And then, so sometimes called the stone of hope, pink opal offers loving and thoughtful energy, helping you reach your full potential in all areas of life. Meditating with pink opal can help you expand your heart chakra and heal past trauma in a gentle and nourishing way. Pink opal is also a stone of healing and a great tool for personal transformation. You can also draw fire energy to your space when using pink opal in Feng Shui practices. So we have 31 of these. They're at least 2 inches long, and they are $6 each. Okay. Had to throw some kind of pink stuff in here. It is Valentine's Day. So they are, Laura says the sticks clinking make for good crystal ASMR. They really, I noticed that I was doing the listing yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh, they're almost like Tibetan singing crystals. They do have a very nice little ding. They're very nice. Yeah. And they're right here by the microphone. So yeah, those are $6 each. You can definitely use those for wands. Most of them are very smooth too, just holding for meditating, or again, if you wanted to, this motion activates the endorphins and the stress relievers in your brain. So pressure point. So that's why they're, stones are called worry stones that have that little indentation, but you can do that on anything. So even these make it really easy for that as well. So, all right. Next was, and I know I haven't done a lot of like who got what. Actually, I think I kind of did as we're moving through. Like Colin found the garnet with kyanite, and then I was like, okay, we're just going to buy all of them. The sticks are always me. I'm grabbing stuff like that. The next was also me. And look, I understand that for whatever reason, not a lot of our customers like rose quartz. We have learned that over the years. Okay. But these were too cute to not pass up, or too cute to pass up. I could not do it. So I bought them and I knew that we were going to throw them in here. Phoenix says, I love that the pink opal is also shiny. Yeah. A lot of places leave pink opal matte. Yes. No, they definitely sealed these. They're very nice. All right. I got some rose quartz lovebirds. I did it. It was me. I just put them in our little cart and like no one saw me do it. And then they were like looking and they were like, somebody's putting rose quartz on our cart. That's what Megan said. I was like, it was me. I did it because they're just so cute, you guys. So if you have, look, and I have an altar. I have a love altar in our bedroom. Like I have we've been married 26 years. I think I've had an altar probably 20 years of that. Okay. So if you do want to add cute little, right? Laura says, oh my God, the carved birds are heart eyes. I love it. They are adorable. Okay. And yes, they're rose quartz. But even if you wanted a self-love altar, these would work. But if you want to open yourself up to just receiving love, and having more love in your life, whether it's friendship love, romantic love, self-love, they're just so cute. Okay. Rose quartz. These do resemble swans, which are beloved birds of Aphrodite, Sarasvati, and Brigid. Swans symbolize transformation, love, faithfulness, and emotional depth. Okay. Rose quartz is associated with matters of the heart and love. So these can help you process negative feelings and turn them into positive thoughts. It resonates with the heart chakra, clearing emotional blockages of the heart as well. It's perfect for promoting self-love and confidence and for increasing the general love energy in your life. These guys are 2 inches by 3 inches by 1 inch. We have these 3. They're $27.50. Okay. I bought the 3 darkest, in the rose, because rose quartz can kind of sometimes go a little light, but I bought the darkest and they're all about 100 grams, which it says it in the listing. I think how much they weigh, but they're on their own little platform. So they definitely can go on your altar, or next to your bed or wherever you need just a little bit more loving energy. And they were too cute. Too cute. I could not pass them up. I just got 3 of them. So yeah. Next we have our next piece of so we have 2 sterling silver. It's the same gemstone, but we are selling them separately. Okay. So we bought earrings and we bought a pendant. This is one of the ones. So they are sterling silver. So let's start with the earrings. So this is called Wild Horse Jasper. Okay. I bought them because coming up here on the 17th is the new moon in Aquarius. It is the Lunar New Year for Chinese Lunar New Year, and it is going to be the year of the fire horse. So just for those of you who don't follow astrology girlies or don't follow, Chinese astrology at all, we have been in the year of the wood snake, which is why we're shedding so much. So if you have felt like this last year of your life has been nothing but shedding, it's coming to an end. Thank God, right? So we're moving into fire horse energy, which is all about horses are all about independence, power, movement, moving forward with that fire element. That's what this year is going to be. It's like you shed all the shit that you don't need to take with you into this new version of you. Okay. And for a lot of people, from what I understand, it's especially, what is it? Aquarius, Leo, Gemini, and Scorpio placements. Like it's like we're being reborn. Okay. So I decided to pick up some wild horse jasper earrings and pendant. Okay. Wild horse jasper is a unique form of howlite formed in large crystalline structures. It resonates with both the root and crown chakras, providing balance between physical world and higher consciousness. It teaches patience and helps eliminate rage, pain, stress, while facilitating awareness and encouraging healthy emotional expression. It's particularly helpful during times of great emotional stress or during times of major life changes. So if you have been feeling that shed and you want to move into the motivation moving forward, these are great for that, okay? So we have 6 pairs of the earrings. They're $65, and this is the size. They're about 3/4 of an inch by a half an inch. And even though they are like they're called jasper, but like the veining in them is like a reddish brown, whereas howlite veining is like black. And then so the earrings I kind of tried to get all like that, and then the earrings are $65 for a pair, and then these are the pendants. Okay, the pendants we got were big. I tried to find some smaller ones just because of the price of sterling silver right now. But I wanted them all to look really freaking cool too. Justine says I was partially right. I thought it was howlite. Didn't know it was a type of howlite. Yeah, but they call it wild horse jasper. So same properties. For the pendant too, you've got the open back. Okay, so if you are a person who likes to have that direct connection with the gemstone while you're wearing it, open back pendants are beautiful for that. So these measure 1 1/4 inches by 1 inch wide. We have 6 of them. They are $85. These do not come with a chain right now. Okay. If we would have added a chain, that would have brought them to like over $100. So we're trying to keep, the cost down, for you all. So, we're waiting until the price of silver goes down again, because it will dip down eventually, before we buy some more sterling silver chains. So at the moment, just to keep costs down, it's $85 for the pendant. It is a sterling silver bail and, encasing, open back, but it does not come with a chain. Okay. All right. Oh, our stabby stabs. And yes, that's what we call them here at Ink Goddess Creations. Yeah, we sold one. So last year we found one. It went very quickly. Beth says, I appreciate the no chain to keep down cost. You're welcome. Yeah, we still wanted to get sterling silver for you all, but hey, if you have sterling silver stuff from us in the past, you can just swap out the chain. That's what I do with all of my stuff. I have a little drawer that just has the pendants in it, and I just swap out chains now. So yeah, what we have for you all. So technically, yeah, you can hear that. Technically, these are Tibetan singing quartz, okay? But when they come in this shape, we bought a big one last year. We've got these 2 little ones. We call them stabby stabs for obvious reasons. They are technically Lemurian quartz points. Even more technically, you got to find the right angle. They are Tibetan singing quartz. Okay. That's what makes them this, or laser. They're also called Lemurian lasers when they come in this shape, but you see how they look like stabby stabs. Okay. So we have these 2. Lemurian quartz points are believed to hail from Lemuria, which is an ancient land of mysticism similar to Atlantis. Now, what makes do you see all the horizontal striations? There you go. There's a really good way of seeing it. So what it was believed is that the ancient Lemurians knew that they were an advanced civilization. They knew that their civilization was going to collapse. So the belief is they took all of their crystals and programmed them with all of their infinite knowledge of the universe. And that's what these little horizontal striations are. Okay. You see in like that are embedded into the points. Okay. So what else? So these are extremely high vibration crystals, often referred to as one of the master crystals. They're commonly used in light work for healing or for divine connection to your higher self, the Akashic records, or your spirit guides. You can always tell Lemurian crystals by the presence of horizontal lines throughout the gemstone. Okay. A. So A is adorable. It's a little mini stabby stab, but it also has this cute little quartz point just sticking off of it. A measures 3 inches by 1.25 by 1/2 inch, weighs 2 ounces. It's $7.50. We got a great deal, you guys. So we passed it on to you all. So that's A. A also has a few more little quartz points here and there all around the base. B, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit more solid, like with the striations. So B is 3 3/4 by 1.25 by 3/4 inch wide, weighs 3 ounces. It's $9.50. And B is highly Lemurian. So you definitely can just use these as one. I mean, you can use them as wands. You could use them. You can hold on to them while you're meditating, while you're communicating with your guides, your higher self, any of that. So we got a great deal. Pass it on to you all. $7.50 and $9.50 for those two. The next one we have we've got 4 black phantom Lemurian quartz points. So again, Lemurian, they have the programming from ancient Lemuria. But these are black phantom. Let me catch up on comments real quick. Okay, so Phoenix says, I don't mind no chains. I can only wear specific chains so they don't get caught in my hair. Very understandable. She says, must resist the quartz. And yeah, Beth says, yes, sometimes I'd rather use a leather strip. That's good too. All right, so next we do have the Black Phantom Lemurian. So again, you still got, and these you can actually, like these are etched in there. You can feel them. So you've got the horizontal striations, but these are Black Phantom quartz, okay? And we have A, B, C, D in this one. So it includes shadows created by inclusions or unique formations of either black, carbon, or manganese within the stone. Black Phantom quartz is a powerful ally at work or home because it's a stone of good fortune and abundance. It also helps to calm your space by repelling negative vibes. Black Phantom quartz helps with spiritual growth, releasing past trauma, and can even help you heal past life wounds. Okay. So what we have, A measures 4.5 by 1 by 1. It weighs 5 ounces. It's actually technically a double point for A. And then the end, so this is a really, this even has, if you see this little indentation right here, your thumb almost fits perfectly into it. So this is a really good one you could use as a wand or to hold while you're meditating. A is $12. Again, we got a great deal. Passing it on to you all. B is 4 inches by 1 3/4 by 1. It weighs 7 ounces. It's $15. Okay, so B has a gorgeous, like this side you can get lost in if you wanted to use it for scrying. You've got all of the Lemurian horizontal striations. Like you can actually see them in there. Right there. So B is 15. C, that's another, these are gorgeous. So C has, like, it looks like it's all on the outside, but it's so cool. Like they're just coated. And then the Lemurian, that one you can feel as well. C measures 3 inches by 2 inches by 1.5, weighs 7 ounces. It's also 15. C is a really good one for holding while meditating. Okay. And then D has a lot going on. D has 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So it is a point, but it's also a cluster. Okay, so you've got the 4 points. Look at the inclusions there. And then down at the bottom, it gets, look at all those Lemurian striations. Down at the bottom, it gets super clear and almost like a garden quartz. Like you could fall into this for scrying. Because the end is so, and look at all those gorgeous striations. So D, it's 5.5 by 1.5 by 1. It weighs 10 ounces. It's only $18.50. So yeah, D is multi-purpose because you could technically use D, the end. I mean, and it also is really like that. My finger fits perfectly, just like this. So you could 100% use it as a wand. You could use it for scrying. There's a lot of fun little galaxies down in that. So that's D. That's our Black Phantom quartz. We try to get some unique specimens every year, something like a Black Phantom or Pink Lemurian, or we've had the like Dreamsicle quartz in the past. So we try to do something a little different. So, all right, let's keep moving. Now we have the wizards. Okay, I have had so many people emailing about the wizards. So each one has their own listing because each one is unique, okay? But we basically have 2 small ones, 2 mediums, and 1 large, okay? So just to go over things as a whole real quick, each one of these is handmade, okay? They are clay. They each use their own gemstones. And what the artists did, because these are truly art, is they used the gemstone base and they created the mannerisms of the wizard around it. These are gorgeous. These came from the same supplier as the kyanite. So we got to him 2 weeks before the gem show. And we didn't buy all the wizards, but we bought most of them because they were just too cool. Okay. So each one of them has multiple gemstones, and what I'll do is as I go over them, I'll try to tell you what we point out, but we only kept the main ones. Okay. So we basically have 2 amethyst clusters, a small and a medium. Amethyst is going to be good for, again, spiritual awakening, spiritual opening, stress relief, all of the healing, all of that. Amethyst is one of those like catch-all. Okay. We also have a calcite one. So I'll talk more about him. Let's just jump in. Let's jump in because this is the small amethyst cluster. Okay. This is the exact one you'll be getting. That's why we separated them into their own listings so that there's no confusion about what you're buying. Okay. So this guy has an amethyst cluster, and actually I'm going to see if I can't. Yeah, there we go. So he has an adorable amethyst cluster. He's got some amethyst at his feet as well. He is holding a clear quartz sphere in one hand and a rose quartz scepter. So they carved a scepter, rose quartz point, and I believe that's a carnelian in his hat. And maybe a red jasper. Don't hold me to those. But even in his hat, he's got a little carnelian spear. And I believe that's a red jasper on his scepter. This is the back of him. This open part right here is the back of that gorgeous amethyst cluster. Okay. These are just really fun. And again, each one is handmade. Okay. So the small one is $87.50. We have the amethyst. And then we also have the optical calcite. I think we just put it as calcite. This guy is also $87.50. So what he has is calcite as the belly, and they left the calcite open here and here on the sides, which is super cool, and then did like this braided part of his robe. He also has a red hematoid quartz cluster at his base. He has a quartz sphere. I think so he has a quartz sphere. I think that's a rainbow moonstone just because of the way it is giving some flash. So right here, I think is a rainbow moonstone. Quartz point on the top of his scepter. And he has a little tiny aventurine in his hat. Okay. So calcite helps enhance creativity and clear out old energy to increase personal motivation and drive. It's a powerful energy amplifier and cleanser. So it's perfect for clearing out negative energy so that positive energy can enter. Okay. The small ones are about 5 inches tall. He's also $87.50. And so each one of these wizards, even the ones that we didn't buy, they are all one of a kind because the artist took the gemstone, created the form around him, and then threw in gemstones, and it was pretty cool. So next we have, let me show you the medium. So this is the medium amethyst cluster. Now we did notice, and I'm full disclosure, so this is the medium amethyst cluster. Look at, so he's bent, the amethyst cluster curves, so it looks like he's throwing the sphere, and I loved him. Now, we did notice, just in full disclosure, that we did not, like when I picked him out, he did not have a broken tip, but somewhere in the packing and unpacking here, somewhere in the process, the tip broke. So he is slightly discounted because the front of his scepter quartz point is chipped, okay? This is the back of him because, again, this is the back of that gorgeous amethyst geode. They just left it open. And this is where you can tell that it was handmade around the gemstone, okay? So he also has, so he has an amethyst cluster as his body, and he is curved. See, he's like throwing the sphere forward. He has amethyst at his feet, and that's either a garnet or a ruby. Oh, there's 2. Oh, there's 3, 4. Holy crap, those are embedded in there. They're the same color. Do you see right here? Look right here when I shine the light on it. I don't know if that's ruby or garnet. I would have to get a UV light to see if it's ruby or garnet. It looks like ruby though. I didn't even know those were there. And so it's got amethyst here. He also has a rainbow. I think that's a rainbow. Or no, that's a labradorite in his hat, and a labradorite right here. And then that's a clear quartz sphere. Okay. This guy, because of his broken tip, is 100. Okay. The mediums measure 6, like this guy measures 6.5 inches tall. And we only have, like the one of these. The next medium one that we have is the labradorite. You guys, look at that. Oh my gosh, that sheen. So he has a labradorite base form. Which labradorite is for psychic development. It's my go-to for magic. I have a piece of labradorite on all of my altars. His back is all just clay. Okay. Oh man, what do we got in here? Okay, so do not hold me to these, but I actually don't know what kind of sphere that is. All right, so we've got a lavender. He's a labradorite base. Okay. All of these little white gemstones around here, all rainbow moonstone. Around another piece of, this is another piece of labradorite. Okay. Carnelian, tiger's eye. Oh, they're chakras. Okay. So we've got another piece of labradorite here, some more rainbow moonstone. And then it looks like we've got carnelian, tiger's eye, aventurine, turquoise, lapis, and amethyst. So you've got the chakras running up this way, up the side. Some more amethyst here. That is holy shit, that is a rainbow. There is a hella rainbow in the middle of that phantom quartz right here. This little cloudy part in the middle has a rainbow in it. So I don't know what his sphere is. That's the one thing I don't know. I think it's dark opaque. It might be like an onyx or a black tourmaline. I do not know what his sphere is, but it is a dark stone. And then he's got a labradorite tip on his staff with a labradorite cabochon right there, and labradorite in his hat. He's just one magical manifesting mofo. That's what he is. Okay, he's 120. 120. So much labradorite and that rainbow point right here. That's beautiful. But so much labradorite. Like, that's just going to be transformation magic, psychic abilities, all of that. And then we've got our big guy. Colin found him. There's a lot going on in this. There's a lot. Okay. All right. So first off, let's get the light on him so you all can really see. And then we'll go down. We'll go down. So his core is lapis. Okay. His core is lapis, but he sits on a tiger's eye pyramid base. Okay. So lapis, his back, the lapis also is exposed in the back. Okay. Lapis is a stone of protection and may be used to guard against psychic attacks. It quickly eases stress, bringing deep peace. Lapis encourages self-awareness and self-expression and assists a person in clearly speaking their inner truth. It resonates with the third eye and throat chakras, facilitating clarity of mind and fostering creativity. Okay. Then we have the gorgeous tiger's eye base. Stone of protection focuses the mind, stabilizes mood swings, courage, self-confidence, sacral solar plexus. It's also a stone of money. Then he's got so much. He's got so much more than I even realized when we bought him. His staff is a selenite wand. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So selenite, it resonates with the third eye crown chakra. It's perfect for meditating, connecting to a higher self. It promotes a peaceful atmosphere. All right. So those are the main 3 gemstones. Now, we also have, I don't know what that is. It's an angel. So they embedded an angel right there at his feet. I believe it's sodalite. Don't hold me to that though. Okay. We also have more tiger's eye around the back. Tiger's eye, tiger's eye, tiger's eye going down this way. Tiger's eye, tiger's eye, tiger's eye. Amethyst sphere right there. All of these little, there's like these little, the blue spheres all around the amethyst sphere. Lapis. Lapis. It could be a lapis angel, but if it is, it's a very pale one. He has an amethyst orb and a piece of lapis at his third eye. So this one's very good for opening your third eye. Look at his little face. Like each one is handmade. Sorry, he is 9 3/4 inches tall. He's 160. Okay, so he is definitely a statement piece for an altar. Great conversation piece. I don't know what that angel is made out of. There's also a chance it's eyelight, but I don't know because it's got a little bit of a glaze, like a reflection to it. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go with sodalite. Don't hold me to that, though. Could be, no. It's fun. It's fun. So those are our dragons, our wizards. Those are our wizards. We did grab our favorite ones. The ones that we thought were the most unique, you know, like either in form or gemstone. Oh, Laura said all the wizards are sold. Very cool. They are. I'm glad that you all liked them. We saw them and I immediately had to have them. So I'm glad that you all resonated with those too. All right. We are winding up. We're getting to the end here, you guys. Next, we have another raw item. We did have a lot of raw items this time. Normally, if you are new here, we do a lot of carved normally. But we had a run on some raw this year. And I don't know where these are. There we go. These are kyanite, raw kyanite with quartz. Okay, so we talked about kyanite earlier. Kyanite's one of my go-to stones for dream magic. I always have a piece near around my bed or on my bedside table because it's great for dream recall. But I love kyanite for third eye opening. Okay, with it having the quartz interlaid, the quartz is going to amplify the kyanite. Okay. So kyanite is good for psychic abilities, dream recall, throat chakra, all of that good stuff. Okay. And then the quartz, it amplifies it. So it just makes it more powerful. Okay. So when it comes to the raw blue kyanite with quartz, and please, if you order one of these, please be careful. Okay. There might be some shedding that occurs in shipment. That is just because these are pure, like they're not carved, they're not sealed, they're not anything. So you might have a few little quartz points or something, like in your box. Just understand that that's completely natural. So we have the smalls, which measure about 4.5 inches. They weigh about a pound. These are $22.50 each. We have, I think we have 3 of each. I don't have that information in front of me. I didn't write it down. So I think we have 3 small and 3 large. So the large weigh a pound and a half. So like this is about the difference between them. Okay. So the large measures about 3 3/4, or at least 3 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. It weighs 1.5 pounds, $28.50. Okay. Oh yeah. Beth says sheddings equals spell bags, magical oils. I love that. Yes. Jessica said, I got a huge chunk from you last year. My Tucson gym show purchase. I love it. Yeah. We got her was a big guy. This is the same vendor. So I think these are the same vendor as the one that we bought. Yeah. So yeah. Gorgeous, very powerful, very powerful. So these are good for just kind of like setting. If you have a place you normally, meditate or do your magical work or whatever, it's really good for that. Okay. We have our last piece of jewelry next. These are Tibetan. Okay. Spiral shells, and these will come with a 24-inch chain. These are not sterling silver. Okay. So that's why they're a little bit cheaper because it is a Tibetan dealer. I fell in love with these when I saw them this year. They're made from shell, which is known to enhance feelings of peace, harmony, balance, and allows people to see the true beauty inside of all. Shells also symbolize divine feminine, the element of water, as symbols of spiritual development and oneness with the universe. They're spiral shells. So they constantly, spirals in metaphysical practices remind you that everything is a cycle. Everything comes full circle eventually. Okay. So spirals can go inward. You could use this. You can wear it or hold it while you're meditating to help deepen your meditation to go inward. Spirals can also go outward. So if it's time for you, if you've done the healing, you've done the, all of that, and you're ready to project yourself into the world, that's how I would see these, because these kind of project outwards. You see how they're like 3-dimensional, but do you see how also they do have that open back, and the spirals come to a point, natural points. So you do have that open back. So you have that connection with the gemstone to go either way, whether you are wanting to go in and spiral to do some healing and to do some shadow working, or whether you're ready to spiral outward and project yourself to the world. Okay. We have 6 of these. They're $26.50 each. They will come with a 24-inch chain as well. I just thought those were very good, especially, I know this is the Imbolc Live Sale, and I know Imbolc was a couple of weeks ago, but the energy is still there. We're still reawakening. We're still rebirthing. We're still, especially with the fire horse energy coming up in a couple of days, like 3 days. A lot of us feel like we're going through the final sheddings of our old selves before we come back out again. And spirals can really help with that. And that's any type of spirals. If you want to draw spirals, on pieces of paper for your altar, you can do that too. So that's why I wanted these to go up now, so you all would have them now. The last 2 are carved pieces. Hold on. There's fingerprints. Rainbow obsidian. Hold on, let me get my official cleaning cloth. The rainbow. So the first thing we have are rainbow obsidian anatomical hearts. You all really loved these last year. We decided to go with some smaller specimens just so we could get a few more. And so that, again, they were a little bit more budget friendly. The shell is also a fossil. Yes, Sean, those are definitely fossilized shells. They're not like freshwater. I don't think, yeah, no, I think those are definitely fossilized shells. So we have 3 of these. They all have different coloring. So this is why, I don't know if you all were here last year, we had the rainbow hearts. This is why we bought this. This is the exact reason why we bought the sunlight flashlight, because our rainbow obsidian hearts, I think they were not showing up. So this is naturally occurring. Most rainbow obsidian comes from Mexico, or a lot of it. And then each one of these is hand carved by an artist to bring out the color. Okay. Rainbow obsidian, it's obsidian. And when light is shined on it, it can be anything from green, pink, purple, red, gold, silver. So it is the job of the artist to see the sheen, see like this one has the purple swirls in it, to see the sheen and go, I wonder what this would be. Because we've had rainbow obsidian stars, tulips, hearts, like hearts. So yeah, it's up to the artist to shine the light on it, see what it does, and then say, okay, this is going to make a good flower. This is going to make a good anatomical heart. So for Valentine's Day, you guys, we have these 3 hearts. We'll intuitively choose one. So there is a purple one, and then I think those 2 are mostly green, although one of those has a purple side and a green side. But we chose 3 that had just some gorgeous sheen to them. Of course, I'm not even able to quite show it in here. Like when you get these, if you order one, take it out in the sunlight. Okay. It's so gorgeous. Okay. So we'll intuitively choose which one you get. Each one of these is about 3¼ inches by 2.5. They're 120. So let me talk about rainbow obsidian real quick. And the carvings are just gorgeous. So that's the one that's like purple on one side, green on the other. This first one, oh my God, this green is more like a teal, you guys. And I know it's not showing up. It's not reading that way, but I promise it's more of like a teal, which is why I chose it. I chose the teal and purple ones because that's our shop colors. So yeah, let's talk about rainbow obsidian. Yeah, Jessica said rainbow obsidian is beautiful. It is. So hold on. Rainbow obsidian is an amazing stone of protection, and because of its rainbow-like sheen, it embodies all of the energies of the chakras, aligning your aura and energy field in a positive manner. The heart is the ultimate symbol of love, bringing more positive, loving energy into your life. The anatomical heart is a fun twist on the symbol, bringing some realism to the piece. So there we go. We have these 3, so we'll intuitively choose one of them. When we fulfill your order. But they're all beautiful. They were all hand chosen by me. I made sure to get ones that were the same size, but also had a gorgeous sheen to them. And I chose the ones that were either that teal green or purple. Okay. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy those. I think the ones we had last year were a little bit bigger. But yeah, we wanted to get 3 smaller ones, a little bit more budget friendly. But still, it's just because of the absolute time and energy that goes into hand carving each one of these. That, yeah. What's wrong?
The person who ordered the calcite wizard canceled it.
Okay.
It was an erroneous order, so that is available again.
Okay, the calcite wizard is back up for grabs, just to let you know. Colin said the person that ordered it, they ordered it by accident. So I just want to let you all know that we do have the calcite wizard back up. I think he's a small, he's $87.50. So just want to let you all know live here that the calcite little guy is available again if you wanted him. He's so cool. Like he basically has a window directly through him. I would use that for scrying. I would just sit him. This is why I can't have things on my desk like this, because I would just sit all day and stare into the belly of wizards. All right. We're at the last item. Which again, so the majority of this live came from a couple of dealers, but there are ones we hit early. These guys are super fucking cool. Okay. I'm just going to say that. Same dealer as the wizards and the ruby kyanite. He brings the coolest shit. So what we have are some weight stickers still on the bottom. That's weird. All right. So these are not, the formations are carved. Please understand that. These are not naturally occurring quartz or clusters. Okay. These are carved. So these are pieces of art. These have been hand carved by a human. Okay. But what they did was they took a gemstone and they carved it into a crystal cluster that stands on its own. I think it's the coolest thing ever. I think these are amazing. So what we did is we went heavy on the alien amethyst because these were the coolest. Okay. I think I did buy a few other ones, maybe like a fluorite, a rainbow, like one-offs that I thought were gorgeous that'll be available later. But Colin found the alien amethyst. He found the amethyst, the alien amethyst, and then went through the guy's entire booth and found all of the alien amethyst. Okay. So these are ABCD'd. Okay. So just to show you, they are amethyst, but they all have the red. Do y'all see the red veining? That's what makes them alien amethyst. Okay. We had raw alien amethyst clusters last year. The red veining is just inclusions of hematite. So this is amethyst with hematite, and you'll have to, the color or the picture here, the lighting here is off. So definitely have to look at the pictures, because like this one is A, and it does have, there you go. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I just got to get the flashlight closer. Look at that. So the cluster formation is carved. They did it on purpose so that the red and the gemstone was really, the shape brings out the gemstone's natural gorgeousness. Okay. So alien amethyst helps create a portal of communication with your intuition and psychic powers. It's the properties of amethyst, so we've got the spiritual enlightenment, we've got the psychic abilities, we've got the healing, we've got the stress relief. But with that hematite, it's going to help you ground down. So this is a great stone for grounding down deeply into the earth so that you can expand upwards through meditation. Okay. Or, spiritual journeying, anything like that. Okay. So red tipped amethyst or alien amethyst is a beautiful stone for that. So this one is A. It weighs 1 pound. It measures 4 3/4, and there's all your red veining in the front. 4 3/4 by 2.25 by 1.75. It is $92.50. Okay. Again, it's just the not only the rareness of alien amethyst, but also the time it takes for carving. Okay. Is this B? B, yes. So B, I think my flashlight is dying. Hold on. I think it is. So there's all the red of B. Look at that. Even at the tip, look at this tip here. These are so gorgeous. Just that red and purple contrast too. Look at, oh, there we go. All of that red. So this one is B. B measures 4 3/4 by 2.5 by 1.75. It weighs 1 pound, 5 ounces. It's $118.50. And you've got all that gorgeous hematite in the front. All right. C, I'm assuming is, I was correct. So let's show you C. Yeah, my flashlight's dying. Okay, let's go. There you go. You can see all the red veining in there. There we go. All the red veining in C. It's also partially, there we go. There's red veining there. Red veining down in here. Oh yeah, see, it's telling you, hey, I'm dying. C measures 5.5 by 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. It weighs over 2 pounds. It's $190. Okay. And let's see if I got enough juice to get through D. Because D is magnificent. D is chevron amethyst as well. The majority of those are chevron. So D is 200. But hopefully, yeah, see, you see the chevron amethyst in there. And then you really get the red tips. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So D measures 6.25 by 2.5 by 2. It weighs 2 pounds, 4 ounces. And it's just a beautiful carving as well. Definitely have some red up in there. And then this is the chevron amethyst. So yeah, D is 200. And my battery made it. Battery made it through. Sean says, love the alien amethyst. So yeah, those were a Colin find. Gorgeous, gorgeous though. That red tipped amethyst. I love it. And I love its properties. So, all right. That's everything. I don't know. Colin usually comes and tells me what we still have. In the meantime, while he's doing that, I'm going to show y'all something. So look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm showing him in case you didn't catch it on him on social media because he's the most amazing thing. But I don't know if we're selling him yet. Okay. I want to keep him. Colin says we have to sell him. So it is the Goonie. This is not up for sale, but I do want to. Phoenix says, might have been George draining the battery. Yeah, probably. Because it was amethyst. He likes the dark stuff, the amethyst, and that's why he has, George has black amethyst clusters out there. But yes, if you missed him on social media, this is my Aggie for this year. This is called the Goonie. Colin put him on the table. He sits here with me on this table while I record my podcast and everything. Because it's very hard for me to let go of him. But we will probably put him up for sale this year. Okay. So, but I do want to show you all because he is amazing. Of course, one of a kind, but we call him the Goonie because it just looks like the poster, like when they're walking into the skull, but he also has snakes on the side carved in. And then they left the back natural. It's agate and quartz. But yes, he's the Goonie. So he'll be coming up, I'm sure, at a point in the future when I'm ready to release him. So yeah. Oh, he was my favorite find. And we found him on day 2 or day 3 of our shopping. So the Phoenix says, saw win live because maybe by then Colin will have fallen for him too and you can keep him.
Not a chance.
And Jessica said, I'll keep him safe. Oh, yeah. No, Bella says he looks like the He-Man skull castle. Does that give you a different?
Yeah, that's what Ryan said, the Castle of Grayskull. Yeah.
And so now we keep him?
He costs too much to keep. All right, the big sphere.
The big sphere is still available.
The calcite.
The calcite wizard's still available, you guys.
I think there's one heart.
One heart.
Alien amethyst. And some jewelry.
Okay.
Small stuff.
The small stuff is available.
Some celestials, of course.
Oh, and there's still some smoky quartz celestials available. Yeah. Oh, Laura said, I got alien amethyst carved A and sodalite sphere for my birthday this Monday. Happy birthday, Laura. Oh, Beth says my guy wants it. I also tried to tell him that the Goonie, because that's what I'm calling him, also is very Indiana Jones-ish, you know, with like his Indiana Jones didn't like the snakes, but it also looks like a cave he would go into. Nothing is spinning this thing to allow for him to be like, you can keep it. All right. So one last look. I'm going to do one last look at the big guy because this was the star of this show. As far as this is the biggest gemstone, heaviest gemstone I think we've ever had. 6.25 inches, 18 pounds, 855. So yeah, he's not even the most expensive. No, because Aggie went for $1,000, I think. But Aggie did not weigh 18 pounds. So just one final look at the garnet with the kyanite, super rare. And it is the star garnet. You can look at the video in the listing. I told the guys here, I was like, this is almost as big as the kettlebell I use for workouts. I have a 20-pound kettlebell. I could just do squats with that if it had a handle, though. Oh, all right. All right, you guys. Anything that it has not sold remains in the live gemstone sale category. So you can definitely peruse in there and see what else we have available. But yeah, so the next live gemstone sale, I believe, will be Saturday, March 14th, because this is February. We only have 28 days. So 1 month from now will be the Ostara live gemstone sale. Hopefully we'll be able to get that listing or that live up with a sneak peek picture maybe this week, like this upcoming week. But what other things we have going on right now, the Coven is getting ready to move into 2026's theme in March, which is activating your feral witch. I will have a lot more details coming this week for the Coven, because we have some new things going on with the Coven. But yes, that will be starting, that curriculum starts in March and goes from March until February of 2027. And it is Awakening Your Feral Witch. And then this month's box, if you like gemstones, this month's Ink Goddess Creations box is crystals you'll actually use. Okay, the first sneak peek has already gone out. It is a book, and then what we have done is curated items that go with the book. So you're actually going to be able to use these crystals that we are including in the box. So that's why it's called Crystals You'll Actually Use. We're giving you the reference guide, but then we're also giving you gorgeous gemstones from the Tucson Gem Show that will correspond to the book. And then that way you can use them. Because I know a lot of people are like, I have a lot of witchy stuff and I don't know how to use it, or I don't know what to do with it all. So there you go. That box will be shipping on March 5th. So ordering for that is open now. And that's $35 a month with free shipping, or you can buy a one-time box if you just want the crystal box. So that's everything I have for you all today. If you are watching this on replay, if you have any comments or questions, you can pop them up and I'll get to them, as I get the notifications. But thank you all for joining me today. And if nothing else, I will see you all next month at our Ostara one. Okay? Bye.